Hello, everyone. Welcome back. This is episode 52. We went right over episode 50 without even knowing.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then
Not
50.
even mentioning it.
Yeah.
And 51, and now we're on 52.
And now we're on 52.
I bring it 52 because that is a powerful age to be.
I think that's when my dad got diagnosed with Alzheimer's.
Like I said, a powerful age. You really come into your own at 52.
That's fucked. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Okay, so we have a lot planned for today. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to try my best this episode to actually... there will be a period where the floor is open for any random tangents, but I'm going to be on it today. No tangents allowed unless one of the students asks my permission to go on a tangent, and then I will allow it.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mr. Jama.
Mr. Jama, can I ask a question?
Yeah, you may.
That's actually so realistic to a school experience. You like put up your hand, you're like so ready to answer the question, and then when the teacher calls
Right.
on you,
Because you're told, told like, no, it's not going to happen. And It's like, surprise, I'm ready to listen. What do you have to say?
Yeah,
Come up to the class and
you got
tell
nothing.
us. Yeah. Okay. No tangents.
I'm shutting up.
Okay, so firstly, we're going to do Are You Smarter Than a Wife? And that's Anissa.
Oh man.
Yes!
Yes, awesome. And then we are going to do ombudsing. So we're going to read some of your comments.
What, did you see Fiona shake her big bear ass?
That was so cool.
Yeah, Fiona shook her
It was
bear.
perfectly in shot.
No,
Yeah.
just stop.
Sorry.
And then we're going to be talking about some news stories. And then we're going to do some Am I the Asshole from Reddit.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Classic.
So we got a lot to get through today, so buckle up.
All right.
Firstly, are you smarter than a wife?
No. Moving on.
So the prompt of this one, you can go to my camera.
Oh, that's Dane.
Don't worry. While you were gone, I did that on the bog.
Oh.
Dane was about to go into some like elaborate tangent.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right. And I clicked. It was just an empty chair.
Sorry. That's
Okay, so I asked the AI, I said, give me 10 general knowledge questions and answers targeted at a 31-year-old Edmonton-born woman who has lived in California and Washington State for the past 4 years.
wow. Holy shit.
Wait. I said more. I was like, has an affinity for animals, has played lacrosse and hockey, and a bunch of other shit.
Oh my god.
So I don't know what it's going to ask, but it seems like it's divided it into different categories.
I'm scared that I'm going to get a lot of this wrong.
I love the idea as well that it becomes almost like Slumdog Millionaire-esque.
Yeah.
And it's literally like no one could guess this
Except for me.
except you.
Yeah. I'm scared actually for this.
Okay. Number 1, sports and entertainment. Who won the Stanley Cup in 2023?
Well, I know that Edmonton lost and they were in the finals and it was like this huge deal.
Wow.
The Oilers were in the finals.
That's
I know
cool.
that. I don't know. I remember my mom being really upset about it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess. Oh my god! I have no clue because I know the Oilers were in it, and that's
that
all
was
I know.
That's
what I was
thing
paying
that was
attention to.
defining.
Because I know that there was a woman who, when the Oilers were
The Oilers is the Edmonton hockey team.
The Edmonton
for
hockey
anyone
team.
who doesn't know.
when she was when the team won one of the games, she flashed her tits, and then she got a Playboy spread, and she started an OnlyFans. This Edmonton fan. So I know all
Women
that.
have it so freaking easy. If I just flash my cock at a sports game, they just arrest me.
I'd be in jail. Shit. I actually can't remember. I'm gonna guess something really stupid. Minnesota Wild.
Okay. Do you have a guess, Dane?
I'm gonna say the Nebraska Jets.
The Winnipeg,
guess.
the Winnipeg Jets is the actual
Oh,
Nebraska Jets.
I like that.
Yeah.
You're wrong. It was the Vegas Golden Knights.
Fuck. It was. They were playing against Edmonton, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, yeah, I believe that.
that's.
I'll give you a quarter of a
they
point.
won.
Good job. Good try.
Yeah.
Question 2 is geography and history.
Okay.
What is the capital of Washington State?
I hope it's Seattle. It's probably not, is it?
Well, I'm gonna say, just for the audience, for anyone who cares to know, typically the known and popular and
City
populous
is not the
city is
capital.
almost never the capital.
But I don't.
Know any other cities?
Yeah, other than there's Seattle, Tacoma.
If you're able to name it, I'll give it to you.
Yakima, which is where our dog is from.
That's where a dog is from.
Let me think. Washington.
I think you'll be like, oh, I've heard that before, but you would have been I think
Vancouver, Washington.
yeah, that's a good guess.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a guess, Dane?
I don't know. I guess
You know?
it's Olympia.
Oh
it's Olympia.
my god.
Have you heard of Olympia?
Only Georgia. Olympia in Georgia.
Is that
Yeah.
the state
where-
of Georgia?
No, it's not state of Georgia. A city in Georgia? Georgia?
No, what I'm saying is, are you talking about the state of Georgia or
Yeah.
the country Georgia?
No, the state.
Okay.
And Olympia is where one of my friends who played League was from. In Georgia.
Never heard of it.
Also, I don't know if this was a thing when you were in school, but in my school, and I think in a lot of American schools this might be true, kids are often quizzed on naming all of the capitals of the states. And I think I've retained a lot of that over the years. There was a point in my adult life where I wanted to memorize them again for some reason. So it is kind of fresh, a lot of those.
Yeah.
It's not because I love Washington State and I know everything about it.
I don't.
That's a good I think that's a firm sign,
Yeah.
symptom of autism.
No,
Dane,
What?
I think it's very firm.
you've been diagnosed with firm autism, Dane.
That I wanted to memorize all of the
Yes,
the
the capitals.
the capitals.
Yes,
Yeah, you have firm autism. You've been diagnosed by Ian. So
yeah.
It's confirmed.
Or you're
If you
just a
want
very
to, if you want
ludicrous
to have
person.
knowledge, you have autism.
That isn't knowledge. I'll tell you about knowledge.
well,
You're my bookshelf.
one of us is 1 point up, and it's not me. I don't know any capitals of any except for
Of
DC.
anything.
DC.
DC is the capital of what?
DC is the capital of
Washington.
Washington, not Washington. Wherever DC is.
Washington, D.C.
Yeah, which is in
To be honest, I have no
DC
idea
is
what.
a district.
yeah, and it's in
You
the
guys are
state
gonna call
of
me names if I say this.
it's in the state of Washington DC.
No,
Is in the state of
no, I think we should just let
Nowhere.
Dane fill in the blank.
Washington D.C. is not a state.
Mm-hmm.
It's a district.
No, I know, but
Columbia.
it's in the state of what
No,
state is it in?
It's not in a state.
It's its
Washington,
own
D.C.
thing.
is its own
It's like its
thing.
own little island. Not a literal island, but
I don't.
So Washington D.C. could be like the 51st state, but it's not. It's a district. Yeah, it's very
But-
confusing.
what is it? What is it sandwiched between?
Oh, I don't know. I think what
area.
Maryland or
Okay.
something. I don't know the exact
Rochester
location.
is the capital of New York.
I thought you were going to say that
Is it?
D.C. is the
No.
capital of the USA
I
because
don't.
it is.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Rochester.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
That's what I was trying to say.
Is that a thing? Capitals
Yeah.
of countries?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Like Ottawa is the capital of Canada,
That is the worst capital that Canada could have.
probably.
What would you rather have as a capital of Canada?
Toronto.
Well, yeah. Everybody always like gets that when you're a kid. You're like the capital of is Toronto, but it's not. It's Ottawa. I hope that's right. Now I'm scared. I don't that I got that wrong.
All right, question 3, art and culture.
Okay.
Which famous... Oh, I said you love art history.
Oh no.
Which famous artist painted Starry Night?
Oh, Van Gogh.
I mean, I didn't know. A full admittance, I didn't know. And when you said Van Gogh, I was like, oh yeah, it was Van Gogh.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say Van Gogh, right?
No, you can't. You admitted that you didn't know.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
no,
next time...
that's
you
why
say-
I did. That's why I admitted it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I take the 0 points on that.
Goose egg for Dane.
Number 4, animals in nature. What is the largest land mammal on Earth?
Oh, the African elephant.
Yeah,
Dane?
I knew that one as well.
Yeah.
African elephant.
I actually think it's the burrowing giant sloth, and it's still alive in the Amazon.
It's
Number
the blue whale
5.
because sometimes his belly rubs the bottom of the ocean. So technically he touched land.
Technically. Current events. Who is
God.
the current Prime Minister of Canada?
Oh, I know this one. Dane, you know this one.
This is Justin Thoreau. I don't remember.
Wait. If he can't guess it, then I win this one. If he can't guess
Yeah.
the name.
That's true.
Yeah.
Dude,
Wait. Give me a second. Justin Trudeau.
oh, fuck.
Nice.
Yeah.
Justin
I was
Thoreau.
close.
Okay, well, who was the previous Prime Minister of Canada?
I don't know. Fuck if I know. I don't know. Some old man, probably.
Well,
Yep.
Well, he wasn't that
Harper.
old. Yeah, Harper.
Yeah. He was old.
He wasn't that old.
When compared to Justin...
Oh, yeah, but Justin was young as fuck when he
There
got
you go.
into...
There you go.
Yeah.
Number 6, science and technology. What is... I don't know why it said this. I didn't say anything about you liking science or technology.
No, okay.
What is the chemical symbol for gold?
AU.
AU. Yeah, it's AU.
Oh, wow. We got a couple of smarties here.
Yeah, I attribute some of that probably to playing what's that game? No Man's Sky.
Oh.
Oh, right.
Like all of the items you collect are
It is irrelevant.
like elements.
I attribute it to my brain being so big.
And sexy.
And hot and curvy with lots of folds.
Number 7. What is the national animal of Canada?
Oh, the beaver.
Is it really?
I think so.
You need to give Dane a chance to answer.
Sorry.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't know how this game works. Like,
Well, if you think you know and you're not struggling immediately,
I shouldn't say it.
you should just hold it back and be like, Dane, you first.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. That's fair.
Number 8.
Can I explain why it's the beaver?
No.
Oh.
No, you can go ahead.
Remember, no tangents.
No, I was just going to say it's because of the trapping industry, and we traded with the indigenous. We made beaver felt hats, and we traded a lot. And that's kind of what our economy started.
Beaver felt hats or beaver pelt?
Beaver felt hats.
Beaver felt hat? Is that a thing?
Yeah, you turn the beaver into felt. Yeah. Oh. And we made top
I guess
hats
I just
out
don't
of
even
them.
know what felt is my problem.
Just like pushed in, I don't know.
It's just pushed in material.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 8, pop culture. Who played the character of Harry Potter in the film series? That's
why
a
did it
weird-ass question.
Ask that one.
In that, phrasing as well. I said nothing about Harry Potter. Oh, it's because I said you're 31 years old. That's why.
Okay,
That's
well,
very true.
I think we both know this one.
Yeah.
Let's all say it on the count of 1.
3.
1.
Oh, Daniel Radcliffe.
Daniel Radcliffe. Raniel Dadcliffe.
Harry Radcliffe.
Good old Raniel Dadcliffe.
I love Raniel. That's a fucking cool name.
Granule Deadcliffe.
Granule. I've got a granule of a dead cliff.
See a doctor about that.
No, it's a new fucking flavor of Cliff Bar.
Oh, no.
You want a granule of it?
Yeah, that would give me a lot of energy.
Question 9. History and society.
Huh?
When did Canada become a country? Oh, that's a tough one.
I don't know. I think we had our 150th birthday like a couple years ago.
And it's going to cause you to do math.
Yeah, and I really don't want to. What does that mean? Can I use my calculator?
Yeah, you can. I'll allow it.
Nice.
The teacher will allow it,
Okay, hold on.
but it has to
Dane?
be an approved calculator.
Sorry, I said it. I said my thought pattern out loud again. I frigged.
If you are within 3 years, I will give it to you.
Okay.
And you better not be Googling the answer.
I'm not. I'm doing math.
Matt, and Dane, you can also give me an answer right
Okay,
now.
I know what it is. Well, roughly.
Dane has to give the answer
I'm guessing
first.
1870.
I was gonna say 1871.
Is that your two answers?
Yeah.
Okay. Dane got it since it was within 3 years. He barely got it. It was 1867.
Oh my god.
So you are off by well, I mean, you were off by more than a year, but
I went
you would have
up
gotten
one
points.
because I thought it was about 5 years ago that we
Yeah.
celebrated 150, but my brain's bad at that,
Yeah.
so I was like, I'll just make it
Yeah,
4.
you're gonna buffer it.
Yeah, and then
Oh.
and I'm really sad that I did that.
Can't believe Dane.
I mean, I just generalized an area.
If
sorry.
I wouldn't have said we recently celebrate our 150th birthday, he wouldn't have guessed that.
I would have said 1811. or
Yeah.
something
So
stupid.
I fucked I gave him a hint.
You did.
All right,
Nah.
final question.
Damn it.
Sports and athletics. What is the highest scoring lacrosse league in North America?
Oh, the highest scoring lacrosse league?
Yeah,
What a weird question.
that is a weird question.
In Canada?
North America.
North America. The NLL?
Is that your final answer?
Well, is it field and box? Is it this is such a weird.
Just go with your heart.
Okay, the NLL.
It's the NLL.
Okay.
I wasn't gonna
Nice.
have Dane guess on that one.
There's
I
like,
can't even. I can't
Yes,
even name
whatever.
a single lacrosse
Yeah.
league.
yeah, there's like the NLL, the RML, the
You could do a combination of like letters, and you could have had a good chance.
National Lacrosse.
Make sure there's
League.
an L in there.
Yeah,
And 2 L's at least,
yeah.
and you may have gotten some.
The RML is like the Rocky Mountain Lacrosse. RMLL is the Rocky Mountain Lacrosse League, so that's like Alberta.
That's crazy. Rocky Mountain Lacrosse League.
Yeah,
That's a tongue twister.
yeah.
Rocky Mountain Lacrosse League. I want to lick lemons at the Rocky Mountain Lacrosse League. Okay, that's it.
Oh wow, I did so bad.
Yeah, but I think next time I'll tell it to refine it. I'll say make it more millennial. I'll say make it more specific,
Okay.
and I'll say I'll actually do it kind of like a recipe.
Yeah.
I'll be like, make this for someone who loves, like 60% of their being loves animals and art, and 5% of their being loves sports, lacrosse and hockey,
Yeah.
and 1% of them loves their California-born husband, and then
1% of them.
0.5% loves their Boston Terrier from Yakima.
Excuse me? Why are you giving
I'm
me? You're
just-
making me sound like a soulless bitch.
Listen,
0.5% of me loves my dog. What the? 1% of me loves my husband.
listen, just for the questions, right? This is just for questions. It's not
I
really reflective of who you are as a person.
I think you should ask AI specifically. Give me questions that my 31-year-old wife would know, and just that vague, and just see what it comes up with. Because I'm so curious what it would ask. Like, how do you clean the shower properly?
Okay, I did it.
Okay, what's it saying?
Oh, it looks like it just kind of extrapolated from the previous prompt.
Yeah.
I could start a new prompt though.
You've
Yeah.
poisoned it. You've poisoned it.
Yeah, you've poisoned it. You've given me too much character.
Give me questions that my 31-year-old wife should answer.
Yeah, would know.
Would know.
Yeah, would know, I think.
Would know the answers to.
Yeah, the
I like
answers
that.
to. Yeah, yeah. I'm very curious what it will say.
Oh my!
So is this going to generalize a 31-year-old woman?
Is
It's
it
actually
married?
crazy. It is extrapolating a little bit from my previous things, a little
yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
But it's still like broad enough to be like. It also just doesn't give me the answers of some of these, or of all of them, I should say.
Oh.
I think they're hoping that I know the answers
Yeah.
or something. What's the capital of Australia? That might be based on like my movement history,
Yeah.
like my Google
Oh,
timeline or
Yeah.
something.
Sydney?
It beats me. It doesn't say. When did World War II end?
1946.
Who painted the Mona Lisa?
Da Vinci.
Da Vinci.
Who played the lead role in the movie The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring?
Why did I ask you that? Elijah Wood?
Probably because he was looking up Lord of the Rings stuff earlier.
What was your favorite memory from our wedding?
Oh, when I almost died.
That's your favorite memory?
Yeah, because I lived and I got a lot of endorphins
Oh, true.
from living.
Yeah, the rest of these are just so fucking stupid. Yeah. I need to come up with a proper prompt for it.
Okay, yeah.
For it to
Anyways,
work. All right, that was good. Congratulations to all of you out there who were able to dominate your smarter than and wife. Congrats.
Are you smarter than and wife?
Okay.
If you're not, I'll end my life.
We got a comment from Clussy.
Oh.
Green Slime started from one of the first shows on Nickelodeon called You Can't Do That on television, which was a Canadian sketch comedy show that starred a young Alanis Morissette.
Oh.
When anyone on the show said, I don't know, they would get slime poured on their head from off camera. The show started in 1979. Surge came out in 1997.
Is Clussy like a clam pussy?
That might be, or a clown's pussy.
I think it's
Oh.
Clussy. I think it's clown pussy. Yeah.
Makes sense.
That's cool lore to know.
It sounded AI, though.
Canada is fucking really a cultural icon
Mecca.
for America.
Yeah.
We invented basketball and we invented getting slimed. Two very American things.
We invented getting slimed. That's kind of hot.
Huh?
Good for you, Canada.
Thanks.
Crazy Frog plus Lonely Girl 15 was our skibbity hands down.
Yeah, that's true. Crazy Frog. He had a little penis. Crazy Frog.
He had a little penis?
He had a little penis.
What does that mean?
He had a
He had a little frog penis.
little
Really?
frog penis hanging
More
down.
of like a nub, like almost like too chodish, where you couldn't identify it as a penis.
I mean,
Are frog
No,
penises
you
internal?
could definitely identify it.
yeah, they're internal.
Yeah, but I mean from like a...
Like when the music video came out and he was on that little invisible bike, he had a little penis hanging down.
A clussy.
No.
Oh, wait, why don't we
frog
just start
cock, a
saying that?
A frog.
A frock.
Yeah,
Do you like that or do you like a freeness? I think I like freeness.
I like a frog better than a
Oh.
frog.
What's a dog's penis? A denus?
I think that's the name of
A
Dennis.
dock.
a
Dennis
dentist.
the denus. Docking.
Doc.
Okay. Someone had my back and made fun of Dane for saying Trilogy. Nice.
Someone had my back. Nice.
Nice. And their username is Ian. Shout out you.
I think it's me. I think it's just you. I think
You went on
did
your
that.
you went on your alternate account and fucking put that.
Didn't even change the name.
Yeah, true. Yeah, they did a laughing, crying emoji. I'm just backing myself up.
Yeah,
I like
you don't
that
let him
idea.
get away with that.
Man, this bald guy's funny as fuck. Okay, someone says, Wick Iguana says, Inui, parentheses, ennui, was first described to me as nothing in life bringing you any joy. It's the feeling of being in a funk.
Oh, my
Ennui.
depression. It's my depression.
I'm experiencing ennui.
I should have told my psychiatrist I have ennui.
I am in a funk.
He'd be like, pardon?
Huh?
I like imagining your psychiatrist as being Brad Pitt from Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah.
Ennui. Huh?
Wait.
Speak American.
And you say, I'm in a funk. And he says, oh, why didn't you say so?
Why'd you just say that?
Spit it out already. Pat you on the back. Trying to get the words out of your mouth. Okay, that's good to know. We also had a comment that has 12 upvotes. It says, get Dax Flame on.
Yeah.
That's awesome. We can do that.
Yeah. The French are depressed as fuck because they coined that ennui, but they also coined like the call to the void. I think that was like a French term first.
Call to the void.
Call to the void.
Oh, I think I've heard that.
Yeah,
it's just like a phrasing to determine like existential.
Vsauce talked about it once.
Yeah, it's like when you're like standing on the edge of a cliff and like that voice that tells you to jump.
Yeah.
Or like that voice that tells you to fucking like drive into traffic or whatever. That's called a call to the void, but it's a French term. The English translation is call to the void.
Yeah, they're fucked up.
Yeah, French. God, you guys have seen some shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't have those thoughts if I had a society of my own.
Huh?
If I had a society
You
of my
made
own.
your own society.
Yeah.
There wouldn't be any need for existential dread.
Okay, so let's put it this way. Dane, I've told you last in the bog. Shout out everyone who watches the bog. We were talking about the Rings of Power on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
And we watched it last night, episode 3, spoiler alert. Basically, some humans that were like loyal to the elves were kind of like not banished, but they were given this like island. And that would kind of be like me, is I would have that little island. And all of the people there, they would be like born of my seed.
I think you're just describing Israel.
I think you're describing Hitler.
I think it's just like an ethno state.
Yeah.
Are you talking about you would have an ethno state?
No, not quite that. Not
Okay.
quite that. No. I would just have rules and
Yeah.
policies
Okay.
put in place so
Yeah.
that people are more like me.
Oh.
Just kidding, guys. I'm having fun with it.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm having so much fun with it, I'm going cross-legged.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, Numenor is just ancient Rome.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I always got from it.
Oh,
well, it
they're
is
just
very
like
Mediterranean
Rome,
yeah.
in vibe.
Numenor.
an island and all.
Numenor.
Oh, let's do. I was gonna ask you what his name was because I remember like loving his name, but I've forgotten it. But I just remembered it.
Salacious Crumb.
No, Celebrimbor.
Oh, Celebrimbor.
Yeah,
I
he's got
love
a cool
that.
name.
Celebrimbor.
Celebrimbor and Salacious Crumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uniting at once.
We should make
Finally.
a fan fiction of Salacious
Oh,
Crumb.
Salacious Crumb.
Celebrimbor.
They collaborate to make the coolest spaceship.
Oh. I was thinking one of them would get pregnant.
Oh.
But you're it's more innocent for you.
Yeah.
I was thinking they could make a
I'm
salacious.
gonna be honest. The first thing I was gonna say was like they fuck or something.
Yeah.
And then, or no, I was gonna say Salacious Crumb fingers Celebrimbor.
With his salacious
But
bum.
then I decided, no, that's gross. No one even went there with it. Go innocent.
Well, I was thinking there would be some fingering.
Yeah, we're sick.
I think Celebrimbor's Forge is like the best like
Place.
through line of that.
Yeah.
Using that name to its advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Celebrimbor
Celebrimbor's
forges.
Wait, what was your joke? Because we weren't watching the fucking show before you made that rizzing up Stacy Grum
That was
in Celebrimbor's.
in like season 2.
Oh, we haven't seen it
Okay.
yet.
Don't tell me
Yeah.
it again because I don't want to be spoiled.
All right.
Yeah, there's this sweet spot of like knowing about a show
Yeah.
where not knowing anything about it, you could say all sorts of shit. Dothraki kills Xavier, and I'd be like, okay, cool. Doesn't mean anything to me.
I fear we've
I
gone
will
on a
say-
tangent.
I will say, oh yeah, we have. I will say, yesterday I was telling you about my frustrations with the wizard.
Mm-hmm.
I will say the final episode of season 2 aired yesterday or the day before, I forget. And then we finally find out who he is. So it's funny that I mentioned that, and then literally the next day,
Yeah.
it finally gets.
Are you talking
fucking
about
resolved.
the wizard that we know right now? The one that freaking
Yeah.
I know who it is. It
Yeah.
has to be that person.
Yeah, but don't tell us.
Don't tell us.
No,
but
no.
But I know who it
But
is.
we know who the fuck it is.
Like,
I mean, we all know.
immediately when it happened, I was like, "This has to be. This is why
It's gonna be
it has
the
to."
blue, one of the blue ones.
No,
Yeah.
the cerulean.
I mean, yeah,
Come,
he'd have
Lord.
blue hair. He'd have some blue tattoos or something if he was one of the blue ones.
You'd have blue hair.
Like he legit
And he would be
Like
shouting
Ninja?
about like
Yeah.
gender nonconforming.
He'd be saying, "What did you say about me, you little shit?" into
Yeah.
the microphone and stuff.
Yeah.
I like that. He'd have a little
He'd
bit of
say-
like a nose ring or something.
He would have like the septum piercing.
He'd
Yes.
tell the hobbits that he's not seen enough movement or whatever.
Wait, what is that meme?
Ninja on New Year's Eve.
Oh, you're right.
He was trying to get the audience to floss. And
True.
he's like,
That
I'm
was
not
Red
seeing enough
Ninja
movement.
though.
That
That
was
was
Red
fucking Ninja.
He
the
was
Red.
red?
Yeah.
Dude, oh, Ninja the Red?
Wait a
Oh,
minute.
No, Blue Ninja is Brawless wife. This guy would have talked about his Brawless wife already.
I love Ninja the Blue more, I
Wait a
think.
minute. Oh my god. Wait, there isn't a red wizard, right? Only
No.
brown.
No.
Only
You had
brown.
that
No.
theory that
Yeah.
there might be a red one.
Yeah.
Not a theory. Oh, incorrect statement.
Yeah. But Ninja the Red is real.
Yeah. Okay, we should start making lore around what forms of ninja there are
And Markiplier.
and where they're from.
Markiplier too, because there's Markiplier the green, Markiplier the red.
I don't think
Markiplier-
there's green.
No,
only
there's
blue.
Markiplier the happy, there's Markiplier the crying, I think.
Oh,
Markiplier the crying.
Markiplier the hospital.
Oh yeah, Markiplier the hospitalized.
Markiplier the critical. He's like in critical condition.
Oh, okay. Markiplier the critical, Markiplier the happy, Markiplier the crying,
Markiplier the nude.
Markiplier the nude. Wait, no. Okay, but actually though, it's Markiplier the red, Markiplier the blue.
There isn't any blue though.
He had blue hair. For
I
a
don't
bit.
think he did.
No.
No.
He's a YouTuber. He has to have had blue hair at some point.
No.
Damn.
Red was only his only claim to fame. Millennials are cute AF. Haha, so true, King. I did say that.
It
Thanks
is
for the
yeah.
support. I think millennials are cute. I want one
Damn,
as
I
a
didn't know
pet.
how many fucking alternate accounts do you have?
The way Ian pronounced Anui, oh no.
It's ennui.
The ennui. Ennui is literally just the French translation of the word boredom.
Oh.
Okay. Positively ennui. That's what I say
I
when
play
I'm
bowling on Wii.
watching. Oh, wait. There was I wanted to remember a funny joke that you said. No, forget it. I think covering the face has something to do with Japanese culture, says someone.
Oh, with this
Yeah.
I
this.
wanted to bring that up, but I didn't know if that was
Enough
true
about
or-
it.
Right? I feel like that does make sense, but I don't know why there would be a line there, because is American culture like inspired by Japanese culture to that degree, you think?
totally. Online, yeah.
Okay.
I think online, like, this is like a heart that like a lot of North Americans are doing. That is like, I think this is Korean. Like both Korea and Japan heavily influence.
That I don't think I've ever seen, but now that you've
Really?
pointed it out to me, I think I'll see it everywhere, because
Yep.
that's how that works.
Probably, yeah.
Mm,
Even this, I think, was originated in either Japan or Korea.
I
will
think
say
that
is
I
such
think
a
doing
graceful-
this,
Oh,
I think. Oh no, I was gonna say I think doing this,
Mm-hmm.
I might have mistaken that as just someone being Italian or something.
Yeah, that's fair. Anyways, sorry, Ian. Are you replying to something?
no, I was just like asking the fucking AI if there's like a connection to
Oh.
figure it out, but it didn't give me anything that I couldn't fucking come up with myself.
Go
Piece of
figure.
shit.
It's good that you keep using something that doesn't work.
Well, I think we should all be given chances, and I think even technology should be given a chance, Dane.
So when did
I
this
think
come
you
out?
should be given a chance.
When did this technology come out?
It's all I don't. Who knows?
It's been like a year now, or
Yeah, but it doesn't come with a fucking instruction manual. You have to craft it yourself. Okay.
it's
Delusion.
cool that we had Google for like 15 years, and then now we have worse Google.
It's not worse, Google.
I want to go back to
It
Ask
fucking
Jeeves.
depends on how you're using it.
I want to go back to Ask Jeeves.
So wait, are you admitting that it's a skill issue?
Yes.
Oh, you're not a good prompter.
Correct. I'm not. And well, also, it's just like it's so dependent on what your intentions are. Like, I had a moment there where I was like, oh, I could have Google like ombuds us in the moment with this like vague idea of like, what is the bridge? What is the connection between Japanese culture and what was the other half of that? Covering your mouth.
Yeah.
And I was like, Japanese culture, covering mouth. How does that? Blah, 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 blah. And you know what it returned to me? It is seen as a polite thing to do to cover your mouth in Japanese culture while doing something such as laughing.
Oh,
Blah,
then
blah,
there
blah.
you go. That's the
Yeah, but it's just so like whatever. It's like cover your mouth when you're yawning, cover your mouth when you're doing when you're chewing your food or some shit.
I will say
It's so
I
nothing.
do think that in online culture, Japan and Korea both
Are leading the way.
Are leading the way in a lot of I mean, even like everybody talks about those fucking egg sando sandwiches that you get at 7-Eleven in Japan, and like
Right.
even 7-Eleven tried to pivot here, and they were like, we're making the same egg sandwiches that they have in the 7-Eleven
It's
in
stupid.
Japan.
You need to do something different for Americans. We love.
No, Americans were so excited about it, but then it wasn't. They
Mhm.
actually just had the same egg salad sandwich that they've always had.
Yeah. Oh, they
So
didn't actually change.
They didn't
it.
actually
Okay.
change anything,
Yeah.
but they tried to capitalize off of. So there definitely is like a
Yeah.
want to participate in Japanese culture in America.
Yeah. I don't want to take us too far down a tangent,
yeah,
but I do want to also say a tangent. I really want to create a store like a 7-Eleven type place.
Mm-hmm.
This is my dream where all the food is extruded. And that's like the premise of it. And it all looks very uniform because it essentially came out of tubes in like the shape of, like basically how a
Pause.
lot of chips are made.
Pause.
Yeah.
Can you define the word extruded for the
Yeah,
folks
like
at home?
push, like imagine poop coming out of a butthole. That's an extrusion.
You want
So you want food to be shit out of a butt?
No, let's put it this way. You know how when you're watching that one show, how it's made, and they're showing you how like goldfish are made.
Mm-hmm.
Goldfish is probably a bad example,
Tootsie
but
Rolls.
it just comes out of a pipe and then it just cuts it. It goes,
yeah.
and
I
it cuts
see.
it into a specific shape.
So what you're saying is you want dystopian, futuristic, like food.
Yes.
Okay.
Your ideal society sounds so like dystopian.
You were
and-
literally talking about how you wanted a fascist ethno state on an island, and now you're talking about how you want to have like futuristic extrusion food that you sell at your 7-Eleven.
Well,
Next
it would
thing
be
you're gonna
so
say that we're gonna
clean.
turn bugs into food. You're gonna make us
You
eat
would
the
like
bugs and
that.
stuff.
You would like that.
Well, that would be a better way of eating the bugs because eating the bugs is hard. But if you extrude them through a pipe and you do it into a heart shape or something, it'd be a lot easier to eat. And it would
Yeah.
be uniform. Like you can make it whatever texture you want it to be.
Yeah.
You grind it up so fine.
Yep.
Yeah.
right.
Anyway, that's the idea. Sorry.
That's not a bit, by the way. He actually does believe that.
No. Yeah. He does.
He actually wants to eat a tube of bugs.
Firmly. Nido King says, I remember one time I went on a school trip to a water park when I was like 12, and my parents gave me some money for lunch. I got a chicken sandwich and some Dippin' Dots, and it added up almost perfectly. I was very confused when it costed more, with the cashier saying tax made it more. I was so scared because I didn't have any more money, and the cashier was so rude to me. But luckily, a couple behind me covered the rest of it.
That's so sad. Like a being a child and just having a cashier being like, nope.
Yeah, this isn't going to work.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That
And
That's
you're
not enough
what do I
money."
do? What do I do?
that's not enough money.
You open the fucking Dippin' Dots, you're like taking some of it out.
Yeah.
Is it good now?
Oh, that's so sad.
Dude, Dippin' Dots is the holy grail
Mm-hmm.
of sweet treats in
Yes.
foreign lands. Just like when you're not
Foreign
at
lands.
Mm.
home. Yeah. Not foreign lands. But I wanted to
agree.
say something that sounded more eloquent than...
The only place you could get Dippin' Dots as a Canadian, well, an Albertan, was the Calgary soccer building. They had a Dippin' Dots, like, vending machine there. It's the only place I could get them. I got them twice a year.
That's so cool. I
And
love
you
the
guys think-
flavors.
Do you guys think that if it was somehow available for like home storage and consumption,
Mm-hmm.
that we wouldn't think it was so great, that we would start taking it for granted.
Yes. Yeah.
I believe that too. I think what makes it special is that it is impossible to have unless you go and seek it out.
Right. Yeah.
If you could have it in your fridge or freezer, then it would be just some other ice cream.
Totally.
Yeah.
Well, that's why they're like legit a fucking biotech company.
Yeah, they are. Aren't
Like,
they working
first
on
and foremost?
cryo?
Yeah, some cryo shit.
preserving, like
Yeah,
people
they're
and
doing all
shit?
sorts of shit.
I'm pretty sure they're like trying to preserve humans.
Oh,
Like they're selling that.
that's awesome.
So,
I support big cryo.
huh?
Man, I'm gonna order a thing of Dippin' Dots, and they're gonna hand me Walt Disney's head on accident. Whoops, wrong container.
Yeah, whoop. It's Walt Disney's head in like little pebbles. They're all like
That's the most
flesh
efficient way to
colored.
store it.
Yeah, right.
That's so fucked.
Yeah, why do you idiots think that we have them like this? That's that's by design.
Yeah.
A lot of people just saying criminally underrated podcast. Really dig the pod.
Aw.
Thank you so much, guys. It's very
That's
nice.
Well, then start sharing it or whatever. How do you get it to your friends or something?
Friggin' start kissing the screen and giving us offerings, food offerings then.
Someone says, why do they sit the same? Well, we're in the same type of chair. And today
Yeah.
we're not sitting the same.
Also, we're married and everything becomes the same eventually.
True.
Like, I mean, we can like speak telepathically to each other practically at this point.
Do you know the next thing I'm going to do?
Probably rip ass.
No.
I think if we weren't on camera, I think you would rip ass.
No, I was thinking about that one VR game that Zoomers love.
Yeah.
Do you know which one I'm talking about by doing this?
No.
Pretend I'm walking around on my hands
No.
and I don't have legs.
I don't know. Maybe we can't speak telepathically.
It's called like gorilla tag or monkey
I
tag or
think
something
I was
like that.
lying to you because I have no idea what the fuck. Your For You page is way different than mine.
Yeah, I haven't had that on my For You page in ages.
Gorilla Tag.
Yeah.
No, I don't know what
It's a
that is.
VR game.
I don't know what that is.
A VR game?
No, I know what that is.
No, it's like movement in VR is kind of tricky to do with
Yeah.
your legs.
Yeah.
So they basically made it so that your hands can do it. Kind of.
Oh, it's interesting.
That's the movement.
Oh.
Which is, clever, smart.
Mm-hmm.
And what else do we got here? Idolizing Bojack and finding him relatable are different. I'd
That's
like
true.
to point out.
No, that's very true.
Recognizing flawed characters and relating to them is all good in my book, as long as you're staying self-aware. It could even help you identify things you need to work on. I love Has Been, Scott Pilgrim, and Bojack, by the way. I feel the way Ian feels about South Park, about Family Guy. Never found it funny. Fuck that show. Not sorry.
That's right. No, that's fair. I do think it's actually really important to be able to relate to shitty characters and see bad things in them that you would like to work on. That's just like shadow work, I guess, basically. It's very helpful. So.
Yeah.
I will say it is something that I do fully admit about The Wolf of Wall Street, for example, that like what makes it so captivating to watch someone be so bad is that it's like a fantasy. It's like, oh man, I kind of wish I could just be like an evil bastard because clearly he's having a great time.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like they just make it look fun, even though you know that like that would be a terrible thing to be.
How interesting, because when I watch that movie, I am depressed the whole time because I feel really sad for him. Like, it doesn't seem like it's fun to me. It seems like
the come down
desperate.
definitely has a lot of that. Like
No,
the
no.
last half of it.
even the during, for me, I don't know why, for me, the whole time, it's like I feel...
Right, because these decisions that are being made
Or
they're-
because you are...
well, it's obvious that it isn't that simple.
Yeah, and he's not making it because yeah. To me, it felt like it's not like these are healthy decisions that you make because you want to. It's decisions that you're making because there's something deeply wrong. And you can even tell, I think he's really good at acting that there's something deeply wrong that he's trying to like fulfill and he's like missing the mark. the whole time.
It reminds me of just a dream.
Yeah.
Because you feel a lot of these things in the dream.
Yeah.
And in
It's this
some cases,
emptiness.
a dream can feel good when it feels like things are going well without you doing a bad thing in the dream, like knowingly. But either way, when you come out of it, it's kind of like you could feel, especially if it resolves and it's like, not resolves, but like it gets darker.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you come out of it kind of feeling gross and being like, ugh,
Yeah.
I don't like that.
It's so interesting because maybe it's like projecting on my part completely, but there's like an emptiness, like a hollow, sad feeling the whole time of like something that he's trying to run away from and fill, like to avoid, and that to me is depressing. And that's why I like that movie, because it's so sad seeing somebody try to run away from themselves.
Maybe you guys can remind me, Wolf of Wall Street. Basically, as I recall, it's like bro just kind of isn't like doing well financially, and then he gets in the fucking stock trading business with Matthew McConaughey, and they're kind of just like
Fugazi.
Yeah, they're just like figuring it out, and they're like he gets more into the rich person lifestyle and makes like a lot of bad choices.
He's got like a wife and stuff, and,
Right.
and you just see the deterioration of like
and the money is more important than his like relationships
he's like
and stuff.
fucking hookers and doing blow and
Right.
like
Okay, so
getting
he's just really
Just
more into
straight up
drugs
debauchery and like
Yeah.
very like self aware debauchery. Like
Yeah.
he fully admits the entire movie. He's just like, yeah, this is all fucked up. Like,
like
which makes it a little easier for you to be like, oh, okay, well, I think
aware.
yeah, exactly. I think it helps that he's like a salesman in the movie, because essentially he, like, since he's narrating it, he is essentially selling this lifestyle to you, and I think it's a testament to the character that you're kind of easily convinced at points that like, oh yeah, this lifestyle could be fun if not for the repercussions of your soul. You know what I mean? But he never really brings any of that up, but it is below the surface, like you said. Like, it is something that is obvious in the way that Leonardo DiCaprio is acting the character. But when he's narrating it, he's not like, oh, my fucking soul is being ripped apart like Voldemort in 7 pieces. But like, he never wants to mention that, of course.
He's like, find
But
the
it is there.
Horcrux. Find the Horcrux. One's in the prostitute's ass, and the other one's in a dealer's 8-ball. Find all my Horcruxes. But I don't know. We should maybe rewatch that movie again at some point, because
and on the topic of their Family Guy being their South Park, I can kind of relate to that a little bit. I feel like Family Guy was also a bit of that, where it was just kind of like a lot of gags and not a lot of story.
You know what's crazy? As I've gotten older, I dislike Family Guy more.
More and more.
And I like South Park more.
I think I agree with that.
Which is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Because I used to like Family Guy.
Yeah.
But
well, I think Family Guy blinds you with just so many jokes.
Yeah. Yep.
And so many like meaningless gags.
Yeah.
Like The Simpsons and I think other shows have these things that like they live.
the characters are fully loved and fleshed out, and like The Simpsons and Futurama are on a totally different level than like South Park and Family Guy to me. And as I've gotten older, I've grown to love The Simpsons and Futurama just more and more. Whereas like I feel like Family Guy, Seth MacFarlane's limitations are very obvious the older I get. I guess is like the way to put it.
Yeah.
Can I coin something? I just thought of this. I think the difference between The Simpsons and like Family Guy, probably, and even South Park, I think that South Park and The Simpsons are more traditional sitcoms in that they fall back on the writing and the story being intertwined. Like, they have a story that like aids all of the gags. But I feel like Family Guy, I would classify that as a sandbox sitcom. In that the characters are more like just like little chess pieces that they can move around to work with whatever joke that they want to make. It doesn't really matter what the character would do or say. Like, that is thrown completely out the window to make jokes work in the moment, and then they just move past them.
That makes a lot of sense.
You know what's
know what I mean?
interesting about that observation is I think that's exactly why the AI generated Family Guy scripts that you've seen play before are so accurate to an actual episode is because it is a sandbox.
I don't think
type.
I've seen that.
Oh, you haven't seen?
No.
Yeah, there's like this guy who does like AI generated Family Guy show episodes, and it's just like so. The writing is so believable.
Yeah.
Because it's like
Interesting.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like I like that phrasing because it really does feel like it's almost like they have the idea for the joke. And normally you just throw a joke like that away if you're on if you're writing for the Simpsons because you're like, maybe this will be relevant in the future.
Yeah.
For a future episode. But right now this is like really, this would take viewers out of the situation that we're in.
Yeah, it's the story
presently.
first and then jokes pair with to accentuate the story rather than have the joke written and
Must
then
have been
use
a
the
big
story
light bulb moment to do these cutaway gags. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God, you could do anything.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can literally tell any joke.
Whoa.
It's like a good example is that really famous gag where Peter Griffin is a maid and he's going housekeeping.
Oh yeah.
Like, why would Peter Griffin is a dude from Boston?
Yeah, I don't
like that. That literally doesn't make any sense for his character, but it doesn't matter because they just want to do a maid gag.
Yeah.
They're like, let's put Peter Griffin in a maid costume and have him do the accent. Who cares? Doesn't matter.
Yeah. It'll be funny.
That's wild. And then Ian.
Another Ian?
Also, I think it's the same one. Says, sometimes you're a little hard on Anissa with peace and love and then a heart. Yeah.
Does he elaborate?
No.
Oh, okay. Just in general.
Yeah. So, I mean, hey, I'll keep that in mind. Maybe I am a little hard on you.
Thank you. I love you.
I love you. I love you, Dane.
Gay.
Okay, that's it. So now we're moving on to Am I the Asshole?
Okay.
Hey, you. Go over to our Patreon because me and Dane had a conversation last week without the woman nearby. And it was silly. Check it out. It's only $5 a month.
Talk about eye candy.
Damn, talk about eye candy.
Damn. Okay, you want me to hit the record?
Hit it.
I will say one last thing that I want to say about the show, and you will not be able to unsee this once I criticize it, so I'm sorry about this. But one thing I don't like about this Amazon show is that everyone's costume is clean. And this is a problem that I have with a lot of shows
Wait a minute.
that are made.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
So it's not that they don't have any dirt on them. It's that the dirt and the kind of lived in
Hollywood dirt
quality, it looks so like put together. It doesn't look like you compare it to like, and it's hard not to do this. And a lot of people were like, you can't do it. You can't compare it to the Lord of the Rings movies. But like everybody in the Lord of the Rings looks like the actor themselves literally haven't showered for like days.
Are you more of an asshole than my wife?
Oh, this is nice. We're going fucking fast.
Are you more of an asshole than my wife?
Okay, I will warn you. I'm just going with whatever's on the top for today.
Okay, I'm scared.
But I am going to try to do ones that are like brief enough because a lot of these people,
Yeah, they just tell elaborate
are
stories.
long, fucking winded, and they don't have a TLDR at all. All right, this one says, am I the asshole for refusing to babysit my sister's kids after she called me a loser?
No.
My sister has 3 kids, and I used to babysit them all the time, no questions asked. Lately, though, she's been making these snarky comments about my job and life choices, calling me a loser in front of the kids and even to my face. It really stings, especially because I'm trying to figure out my career and personal goals. After the latest incident where she casually threw Maybe that's why you don't have a real job my way. While we were at family dinner, I snapped. I told her I wouldn't be babysitting anymore until she could treat me with respect. She got really upset, saying I was overreacting and that was just a joke. Now I feel guilty because I know her kids love spending time with me, but I also don't want to be belittled like that. Am I the asshole for standing up for myself?
No, that's like such an easy one.
Yeah, that one's sad. I wonder what their
I love
job
the ones
is.
where they add, there's so many edits to it or so many replies where it's like, explain this because we don't know enough about you.
Yeah.
That's the problem with the I'm the assholes is like people do not fucking give context to their own shittiness.
Because I want to know what their job is.
Yes. That's
I want
pretty
to
important.
know, like, what, I mean, if they're are they babysitting for free? Are they getting paid?
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like, well, it sounds like they were saying no questions asked, implying that like they just do it.
Man, if they're doing it for free and she's calling her sister a loser,
Yeah.
like that's crazy. That would be insane.
Yeah. I mean, I will say the like triggering statement for me is them the sister responding with it was just a joke.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
I agree. It was
trying
just
to
a
excuse
joke.
it.
Yeah.
That makes me feel like there's a little bit of like shame and guilt around even like having said that. Like
Yeah. And they get away with bullying each other probably. There's some families where like that's you're raised off of.
Yeah, and they feel like that they're getting something out of it in this scenario. And
just a joke.
Who knows? She might fucking hate having kids, hate her fucking shitty job.
Yeah.
Really hard to say. It doesn't seem like there's any like additional context to it. I looked through all the replies and people were just like, you know, same opinions we have here where it's just kind of like.
That one's very obvious, I feel like.
No, you should stick up for yourself. Or like, whether you're being paid or not, this is wrong.
Yeah, I agree. Even if she was being paid or they were being paid, I can't really. If one of my siblings called me a loser, I'd be going to jail, I think.
Oh my gosh. I hate the phrasing on all of these. The phrasing alone of the like titles makes it just like on first glance, like, I guess you're the king.
No, sometimes it really shocks you. You can't let the titles throw you off.
Really?
Yeah, because sometimes the title's like
it's a little bit of a whiplash.
very reasonable, and then you read it and you're like, what the fuck? Like you have to
try and sort it by like top best of the month. Usually, like the ones the day by day ones are harder.
Yeah, best of the month is probably
okay
because they're going to be the most controversial typically.
Top of the month. I like that. Okay. God. I like ones that are this vague. Am I the asshole for saying no to my girlfriend's tradition?
Uh-oh.
I like that. That's dubious.
I fear this is going to be racist.
Wait, before we add more context, let's all
theorize. I like that.
Let's all say let's all just say our answer.
Oh man. I'm going to say, you're an asshole.
I'm going to say he's an asshole.
Yeah. This is your girlfriend's tradition.
No. I'm going to say no.
Oh, Dane's the counter.
No.
Okay.
Mostly just because you two said yes.
Yeah, that's fair. Throwaway account. I, male 30, lost my younger brother when I was 22. He had cancer and fought very hard. Ever since, I've been donating blood on the anniversary of his death every year.
Oh, no.
I take the day off from work, visit his grave, donate blood, and then come home, relax, and watch his favorite movie. I know it's a simple personal tradition, but it means a lot to me. My girlfriend of 9 months, Anna, female, 31, asked if I could meet her and her mom, parentheses, I've met her many times before, and it wasn't the meet the parents for the first time situation, for lunch yesterday. I told her no and explained again about what I do on my brother's death anniversary. She got upset and said, well, it's my tradition to have lunch with my mom every time she's in town.
Oh.
And she really wanted to see you. You can do your stupid blood donation tradition any day.
No, she didn't say that.
You can do your stupid blood donation tradition? Those words coming out of my mouth don't feel like they've ever been uttered. That is insane, if that's true. You can have your fucking kidney replacement surgery any day of the week.
Can you imagine saying if you had a loved one whose like brother died and they had this very important tradition of going and donating blood for someone else to use, and you responded to, you can do your stupid.
I just,
That
yeah.
seems insane.
It's so hard to not think this fucker's lying, though, about the brother and all this. Like,
why would someone lie about
Oh,
that? It's so stupid.
I just mean so that they are crafting like I feel like there are people out there who want to craft like the perfect "Am I the asshole?" like story.
Yes. So you're saying that this whole story
Yes, the whole story
is fake.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Because
this is in no way a perfect "Are you the asshole?" story, because he's just making himself out to look good. If it's lying,
yeah, that's
well,
what
yeah,
I
I mean, of course, but like the people who are who would be spending their time trying to craft something like this are not the sharpest tools in the shed.
And they also want to have pats on the back for being.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Finish
that's
the
lame.
story.
Okay,
Yeah.
I explained to her that it's not just about the blood donation. Later in the evening, while I was resting and watching my brother's favorite movie, she texted me again asking me to join them. I reiterated that I really don't want to, and I would hang out with her mom next time. She replied that I had embarrassed her in front of her mom with my selfishness and laziness.
Oh.
Since then, she has been distant. Do I owe her an apology? Am I the asshole?
No.
Stand your ground. Stand your ground.
I don't understand how that even.
Okay, I'm going to play
happened.
devil's advocate here.
Oh, Ian, I don't think you should.
Your tradition
Well,
is important.
you already are playing devil's advocate,
true.
because you
I
guys
said yes.
both said yes already, so
Okay.
you have to stick to
I have
it.
to.
No, I don't want to stick to that.
So-
That's horrible.
No, think about it. Think about it. I don't know how long this guy has been doing this for his brother. He actually doesn't say. Wait. Oh, he's 30. He lost his brother when he was 22. It's been 8 years.
What, Ian? Even
That's
the look on
fucked
his
up.
Been
face. Like,
8 damn years.
Ian,
J-
You know, I've been watching The Rings of Power recently, and there's this interesting dichotomy that's happening between the elves and the dwarves and the humans. The dwarves and the humans experience time, their lifetimes are a lot shorter.
yeah.
The elves, they can live on eternally.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm sure that relates in some way to this.
Yeah, like if he was an elf.
Like, yeah, just think about
Or
how...
what's your
Listen, it's already been... You were 22 at the time, okay? It's... now that you're basically 30, like, you are... A third of your life has already passed.
honoring your dead brother for one day by donating blood and watching his favorite movie is more than okay behavior for the rest of
Once
his
a
life.
year.
Yeah, like
Once a year.
He's not doing it every like day. It's not like he's like
Hey, you're supposed to be on my side.
but I can't this one you can't like there's no way.
No, there is a way, though.
No, there isn't, Ian. You can't play devil's this one's so obvious. Like you can't He's not
Ian's
being
taking this
lazy.
as a he's
Well,
taking it as a little
no.
like little challenge,
He's-
like a little puzzle.
Yeah, but there's no I
Well,
don't
think about it. Like, a day, what... Do you think it would be appropriate if it was a dog? If your dog passed away?
Sure, yeah.
22, and you did that for the rest of
Sure.
your life.
If that's what makes you
Okay, now you have lost another dog.
okay.
And now there's 2 separate days throughout the year that you're doing this.
Okay, yeah,
Okay?
yeah.
And now you've lost a third dog.
Ian, these are not dogs. This is
You're
his
killing
brother.
you're killing dogs. There's a conspiracy. You're
Yeah.
killing your dogs, I think.
Okay. Like, at what point would it be too much for you? What if it was the week? Taking the week?
That's fine if it's not impeding. It's not missing one lunch with someone's mom.
But what if her mom doesn't come around that often? She, like, lives in a different part of the
Give a
country.
shit.
It's not your mom.
Yeah, it's not your
It's
mom.
your-
It's your partner's mom.
But it means a lot to your partner.
There are
Okay, they
other
can
things
suck
that
it
could
up.
mean there are other things that could mean a lot to them.
Buy her a box of chocolates or something later.
He could have made it up in a way,
Yeah.
you know?
Here's my theory.
He didn't even try to negotiate. He could have said, hey, listen, babe, we can do a video conference call.
You're putting so much weight. You need to be honest. Seeing your in-laws.
Yeah, that's.
I went and
I'm
saw
not
my
gonna relate. Like genuinely, like cut the crap. The girlfriend is out of pocket.
No, the what?
The girlfriend.
No,
What?
the boyfriend is out of pocket.
Wait, you think the boyfriend?
Shit. No, you're
the
right.
Boyfriend's
Okay.
the
Right.
hero
I'm sorry.
who made the Reddit post.
Yeah. Okay. The girlfriend is out
Yeah.
of pocket.
Out of pocket.
Out of pocket.
Oh, what were you gonna say, Dane? Sorry.
My theory, no, it sounds like because the way that he worded the original post is he's asking if he's the asshole for not wanting to participate in his girlfriend's tradition, but he has a real tradition.
Yeah.
A proper
She-
tradition.
I think what she
invented
did,
a tradition.
I think
Yeah.
she like did it as like a little snide thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Because
agree.
he's like, he told her it was like, it's my tradition every year I do this, and she's like, well, it's my tradition
Yes.
to hang out with my mom when I go to
Yes.
dinner.
Yeah. That's exactly
And
what
I
that
always
is.
do it with my boyfriend at the time.
Yeah. Yes. So it's just bad vibes.
Yeah. Okay, there's an update. It says, I texted her that we needed to talk. She never replied, just blocked me from everywhere.
What?
Social media, WhatsApp, etc. Her best friend who was following me on Instagram blocked me too.
What?
I'm not sad. I wanted it to end anyways. Thank you for your support, everyone. I really appreciate your kind comments.
Okay.
Some user suggested that my brother / remembrance tradition saved me from getting serious with her and a lifetime of misery and made me smile. Thank you.
Wait. That update made it very obvious that there was clearly a lot going on
Yeah.
before that.
Yeah.
Because he said he
Yeah.
wanted it to end anyway. So clearly,
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
the fuck?
I actually think, okay, now that I'm hearing it, I think this is a bit of a, oh man, these people are so shitty who post on this.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of them are doing that avoidance thing
Yeah.
where they really don't want to accept the fact that they're like, they want to break up.
Yeah. So they're
I think a
looking
lot of
for
those things happen.
reinforcement.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to what extent you're lying about it, it's like his story about his thing, it's like, how ironclad is this tradition? I'm sure there's something to it. I'm sure he's always wanted to do it. And his brother is important to him. But I would assume that the girlfriend was like, you're kind of bullshitting me a little bit here.
You think it was like
It could be
you always have excuses.
or in the past, maybe they've been dating a year, and like during this time, like it actually wasn't a thing, and he
Yeah.
didn't take a day to himself.
Yeah.
And it's more like, if I can get to it around in that week, I'll do it.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's good enough, right? Like for a lot of us, it's like, you know, you don't celebrate your birthday on your birthday. You celebrate your birthday when it's most convenient.
Yeah. For that week.
That might not be everyone out there, but that's my policy. And I think she sniffed that out.
Oh, you think so?
I think so.
I think no matter what, I think the first part of your theory is correct, where like there is a bit of avoidance where they are unhappy and there are bad things that have gone on in the relationship, and they do want just reinforcement that it's bad, but they don't want to break up with the person themselves. They want to wait until that
100%.
person breaks up with them.
I totally agree.
And that's what that was.
Also, another telling thing for me is the way it's written. Later in the evening, while I was resting and watching my brother's favorite movie. Watching your brother's favorite movie is not the entirety of the day. He like brought it up again where like, I was in the middle of doing the important thing that makes me an innocent little baby.
Yeah.
And that's when she texted me.
Yeah.
To have a fight. It's
Yeah.
like, come on.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
But I mean, I do get, I want to defend, like, you know.
The idea in principle has, as it's been displayed to us. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't want to, like,
pick apart something.
and like,
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I
fair.
mean? Because, like, I do get when a loved one passes and you do want a day fully to just.
No, that's totally valid.
So-
like, if you were to take all of this at like surface level, not try to like dig into potential manipulation,
Yeah.
it's fair.
Yeah. But I do understand. And, like, I think, I don't know, when you're in a relationship for as long as it's really hard to like see am I the asshole posts and not like you have to remember you're hearing the story from one side.
Yeah.
And there's always another side, no matter how heinous it sounds. So sometimes it's really hard to not be tempted to be like, what are you twisting or like leaving out?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay, here's another short one.
Okay.
I took a shower at midnight while my wife was watching TV. Who's the asshole?
What? That's so vague.
My wife was sitting in the recliner watching her iPad right outside the kids' bedrooms. I figured I'm in the clear to take a long shower.
Okay.
When I turn the shower off, I hear my 3-year-old crying and screaming for daddy.
Oh.
I hurry. As I'm going through the family room, I look at my wife, sitting watching her iPad, and say, "You couldn't calm him down," she says. Oh, wait. And I say, "You couldn't calm him down?" She says, "No, I tried 3 times." I go into his room and pick him up. He immediately stops crying and starts trying to catch his breath. I feel what I thought were tears dripping down my shoulder. I think, poor guy has been so upset for so long. Long enough for my wife to come in 3 times? I lay him in bed and start tucking him in. He says, "I have a mess." I figure tears and snot. I grab wipes and tissue and turn the flashlight on my phone on. That's when I realized he was covered in blood. His first bloody nose. And it was bad. All over his face, arms, clothes, blanket, and I'm covered. Those were not tears dripping down my shoulder. I get him cleaned up and ask my wife to shout the bloody items while I get him cleaned up. I don't like using shout as a fucking verb.
Yeah, I know. I should just say clean the
Yeah.
bloody item.
I'm tucking him in and I ask why he didn't let mommy help. He said, "Mommy didn't check on me. Somebody never checked on me." Now my wife is pissed at me for expecting her to help. I'm pissed at her for not taking care of our son while I'm in the shower and she's watching her iPad. And I'm pissed that she's pissed. I expected her to help. So who's the asshole? This is fucking obnoxious.
Yeah,
Just 2 like fucking angry parents who are parenting and
Yeah.
hate parenting.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's also like, how much labor was she doing that day before this? What were you doing? Like, how much of a pattern is this that like she's constantly on clock and maybe she's trying to like, you know, make you do some parenting by like, if I just like let it go, eventually you have to check. Like, I mean, not saying that it's correct. There's so many things that are missing from that.
I feel like the "I'm the asshole" post is almost always, I shouldn't say almost always, but I feel like I'm noticing a pattern where it's basically like, I am going to look for, I'm in a relationship or whatever it is, and I'm going to look for this opportunity where the one time I'm doing this repeated thing, I am objectively like correct in a
Yes.
vacuum
Yeah.
in that situation. And that's when I'll decide to like make a post about it.
Yeah, that's what makes me nervous about it. Like there's just so much missing from that.
Yeah.
That it's like really hard to make a call. I mean, you're both assholes for like making your kid be the center of like your like issues basically, because that's, I mean, pretty much it.
The first post with a lot of 15,000 upvotes says, "Not the asshole. The biggest issue for me is the lying. At the very least, she could have been honest that
That's
she
true.
didn't go in.
That's true.
Yeah.
But it's also profoundly fucked up to think that she didn't want to check on him.
Yeah, that's
She's
true.
Treating the kids, or she's treating the idea of checking on her kid the same way a part-time cashier would treat having to mop a floor when it was supposedly their coworker's turn to do it. It isn't a job she gets to clock in and out of. She has to be present and show up at all times. And if you were in the shower and couldn't hear them crying, then it was definitely her chance to act."
I think the problem with that, like, I do agree with that for the most part, but at the same time, like, if she is on the clock 24/7 because he, like, a lot of people in heteronormative relationships is checked out and does things like goes on long showers or whatever very often, it can get to be a lot, I'm sure, and people have mental lapses where they're just so exhausted or whatever, where like they make bad choices. I'm not saying she made a good choice, but at the same time, like,
Well, sometimes you want to bargain with yourself because you haven't seen change, and you're like,
Yeah.
how can I get some change. Because
Yeah.
so far, this hasn't been working even when I voiced
Right.
it. Maybe if I just allow my husband in this case
To see what crying.
to see what that looks
Yeah.
like and
And then it was just
address it.
unfortunate that it ended up being
A bloody nose
bloody
thing.
nose
Yeah.
thing. Because, like, yeah, it's very hard. I have a hard time with those because, like, it is true. The lying sucks. Like, she should not have lied about checking.
Yeah.
But there's just a lot that isn't being filled in there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, every human being has a limit, and unfortunately, in like the West, we don't have a lot of help as parents. It's just you and your partner, and most parents are stretched very thin. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So interesting, the kid ones. I'm like,
so stressful. To
ugh,
listen to.
it's just, yeah, because
the
I know
kids
where they're
always end up-
at.
I
It's just
know.
like, you're in a special kind of different hell
Yeah.
that you haven't had to deal with. It's
Yeah.
it's an upgraded version of living with someone, you know?
Yeah, and then the kids are the ones that end up, paying the price, which
Yeah.
sucks.
These are great. Too long, but I'll read the phrasing. Am I the asshole for telling my husband that he absolutely ruined the birth of our child?
Oh, wait, I want you to read that.
It's so long, though.
Oh, Dane, do you want him to read that one?
We can do it. This could be our last one.
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Hi everyone. Our daughter is now 8 weeks old, so obviously this whole argument has gone on for a very long time. We both have been holding grudges, and neither of us think that we are wrong. My husband does not know I'm posting this, so I'm going to keep this as anonymous as possible. When I got pregnant with my daughter, my husband started in immediately telling me that I should have a home birth.
Oh no.
I really do not know why he was so adamant on it, but he was.
Ugh.
At first, I brushed him off and told him I would think about it because I was only 6 weeks pregnant, and the birth seemed so far off. Of course, it came quickly, and my husband would literally speak over me at doctor's appointments when the doctor would ask if I had a birth plan. This caused a few arguments between us in those 39 weeks of pregnancy, but I never really changed my mind. Eventually, my husband's mother sat down and talked to me, and she told me all of the reasons why they did not want me to go to a hospital for the birth. I expressed my concerns about, the safety of the baby and myself, but just like my husband, she brushed me off.
I don't understand why the person who's literally putting their life at risk
It's so selfish.
and their child's life at risk
It's
isn't
so selfish.
able to make that decision.
I think my policy is basically like if everyone is on board with it and like you didn't need to actually do convincing, you're just like on the same wavelength from like step one, like that's what you want to do, go for it.
If it's what mom wants,
Yeah.
good
Make
enough.
sure you're doing enough fucking safety precautions and
Yeah.
all that. But like I know that America healthcare system isn't always optimal for people,
Yeah.
but
If it's what mom wants,
Fuck.
then great. But if
Yes.
it's not what mom wants, then no.
yeah.
It's just what it should be.
I ended up telling my husband that I would take myself to the hospital when it was time and that I did not want a home birth. He acted as if he didn't hear me.
Ew.
We met with a doula. What the fuck's a
A
doula?
doula is like a midwife.
Okay. A doula, oblongata, who was also very pushy. I felt overwhelmed and not supported at all. I was 36 weeks at this point. So when I went into labor, I was 39 weeks, and I absolutely begged my husband to take me to the hospital where my doctor is. He wouldn't. He spoke to me condescendingly and called the doula instead. I was in labor for about 3 days. Active labor for around the last 22 hours.
Oh my
I
god.
cried the whole time. I just felt something was wrong. This is so fucking horrible.
Yeah.
Such a horrible thing to do. I was scared, and oftentimes they left me alone. The doula told me that if active pushing and labor reached 24 hours, I had to go to the hospital. I remember thinking that I could not decide which was worse, staying in labor for another 2 hours or having my baby right there. When she was finally out, I don't even remember wanting to hold her. I just remember crying out of relief. Obviously, I'm okay now, but I did not have a good experience. On my first appointment after birth with my doctor, she was very shocked that I had the baby. She was concerned. I was so upset. I told my husband that he absolutely ruined it for me. I truly never want to go through that again. I hear my mother or I hear mothers say that they forget all the pain the second they have the baby, but I didn't. I love my daughter so much, but it was horrible, and it was entirely his fault. So I told him that several times. He rolls his eyes every time and tells me how mothers are strong and how I am not trying to be strong. I told him that if we ever have another baby, which he wants, that I will never do a home birth ever again. His response is, we'll see. I cannot possibly be the asshole here, can I? Everyone around me is acting like this is so normal, but it's not. Is it?
God, what culture is
Yeah.
that? Like,
I mean, it's that, I imagine it's basically like you don't have anyone on your side. It's basically the father's or your husband's family who are the ones who are like kind of pulling the strings, and that's like the environment that you're in. Because I don't imagine that her own family would be.
it doesn't sound like
present.
her family's there at all.
Yeah. Because that's who you need
Yeah.
to like
That's sad.
make you feel as if you're not going crazy.
That makes me so sad.
Yeah.
I
It makes sense why people would turn to Reddit in a case like this. It's
Yeah.
like, what the fuck is happening? This
Yeah.
feels like a proper am I the
Yeah, 'cause it's-
but I mean
Well,
am I being gaslit? It should be
Yeah.
how it's
I
phrased.
feel like, am I being gaslit? Like,
Yeah.
is this the being in labor for 3 days and active labor for 22
That's
hours?
a lot.
That's a lot. That's usually you're too tired to keep pushing. I don't
Yeah.
even know how she pushed after that.
Yeah.
'Cause
Well, you
that's-
don't even get fucking sleep.
No, you can't. Yeah,
You just
especially
go.
no epidural.
Like even thinking about that without having to do all of the work, I'm just
Yeah.
like, just staying up that long,
Yeah.
you're fucked.
Yeah. Also, like, I don't know. There's like the baby. I imagine there's a lot of danger of like the heart rate going down and not getting oxygen, and like if you need an emergency C-section, that's a long time. Like that is so beyond
Yeah.
scary to me.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
In a perfect world, you can have a doula and you can fucking sit in the
Shit
corner
out.
of your bedroom
Yeah.
in a
Tub.
tub, and you can give an awesome birth, and you know that's possible. But this is
Yeah.
not a perfect world.
Somebody told me there was this midwife. She was explaining the different levels of pain relief that you can get giving birth and what their like intentions are, because if you go in thinking it's going to be one thing and you're not ready for it, it can be really shocking. And apparently there's a ton of women who think like they'll get into the water and that it will help relieve their pain. And she said that that's not what water is meant to do at all. So there's 3 different types of pain relief. There's water, laughing gas, and epidural. And water is meant to relax. It's meant to make you feel like you can go with it, but that's all it does.
Yeah,
And a lot of women are very
it's just
disappointed.
like a whatever sensation.
Yeah, like they get into the water and they're like, now I'm just in pain and I'm wet.
Mhm.
Like, that's what she hears a lot.
Yeah,
The second one is laughing gas, which it doesn't take away the pain at all, but it makes you feel like you're rocking and
Yeah.
kind of allows your body to go with it more.
right.
But it doesn't relieve the pain. The only one that gives you pain relief is an epidural. And there's a certain point in your like labor experience where you can no longer get an epidural anymore. So if you're past that point and you're in a lot of pain,
Yeah.
that's it.
Okay, so the top comment is like very serious.
Yeah.
Jumping on the top comment to repeat what others have already said to make sure you see and understand this. OP, that was highly abusive.
Yes. Yeah.
He made choice above your head against your wishes. He pushed and did not listen to you at all. And worst of all, he shows no remorse or understanding that he did something wrong at all and pretty much told you he'd do it again. He is a danger to you and your child. Get out.
Yep.
And don't tell him until you and your baby are safe. He might take your phone, birth certificate, or other important documents from you, etc. And just kind of goes on with
Yep.
other things.
Yeah. I mean, it's very abusive. It's seeing her as property to make decisions for. The mother enabling as well. That's so scary.
Yeah, the diminishing the birth thing is like such a disconnected,
Yeah.
like patriarchal kind of idea
Yeah.
where you're just like, yeah, people have birth, like you just
Babies
think
all
of
the
it
time.
as like someone taking a shit.
Yes. Yes.
And it's like it's not. That is not what that shit is.
Yeah,
and you
no.
would not do it.
No.
You get to feel so fucking safe because you aren't the one doing it.
You're not doing any of
Ever.
it. Did you, Dane, do you know if your sister did like a home birth or
No.
hospital? No, yeah.
She went to the hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My sister went to the hospital too, and that was very stressful. Even being in a hospital, like, hearing the updates and stuff, like I was scared
Mm-hmm.
because it's like that's a big thing.
Yeah.
It's scary, doing that at home. There was this TikTok I saw of this woman. She's sitting like on the toilet. She's on the toilet. And she's like calling for her husband. Her husband finally comes and she goes, I've been yelling for you for the past 3 minutes. And you're like, whoa, what the hell? Like she must like need like toilet paper or something. And she pans the camera down and she's holding a newborn baby. Just this fucking baby that looks like it's not even breathing. And he's like, when did that happen? And she's like, I just gave birth. What?
That's crazy.
And her sons come in, and one of them is panicking. He's like crying, and she's like, yeah, I know it's scary. Mommy was screaming a lot. I was like, what the fuck? That's so terrifying. The husband wasn't even there for it.
Is there a word for, like, because I feel like I've seen that, and I've, like, experienced it myself, where, like, you don't fully grasp the severity of a situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it sounds like this guy was treating it in the same way that, like, oh, she's busy. She's like doing a Sudoku or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, basically. But apparently she was screaming really loud.
Yeah.
Because
that should be an indicator.
Her son came in crying and was like, it was scary. And she was like, yeah, I know. Mommy was screaming really loud.
Holy
So she was in like active labor in pain. And the husband was like off fucking... I don't even know.
Yeah.
Like he was just
I like
so
the idea that he's
disconnected.
doing something like productive for the household. Like he
Yeah.
wasn't like playing GTA or something, but it was still like just as pointless. Like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, I was just
Cleaning
throwing
the
away.
garage.
There's like, cleaning the garage. Yeah.
Yeah.
A hyper specific task.
Yeah.
Yeah. The lint tray for the dryer was getting full.
getting
I just
really
needed to
full.
take that out.
It's just crazy the disconnect between like she was literally actively giving birth. And this child, like, even there were people in the comments that were like, I'm a midwife and that baby is not, like, breathing properly. You need to please, like...
It was a TikTok? Or?
Yeah. The
That's
baby
so
ended
nuts.
up,
Yeah.
the baby's fine now, but you saw it, like, it was crazy. She just panned down and it's
Yeah.
a fucking baby.
Baby alert.
Baby alert.
She
And
should
the
have
guy,
said that.
and then the husband was like, I'll call the midwife.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I'll call the midwife.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's just like...
That's also another thing as well, is this reliance on like the doula or the midwife to basically be this like, convince my wife she's fucking
I know.
being nuts.
'Cause
It's not
there's-
that bad.
Listen, there's some great midwives and doulas out
Yeah.
there that are amazing, but there's some really shitty ones that are like just full on like crunchy granola fascists where they're like, vitamin K shot is evil. All of the necessary shots that your baby should get after birth, evil. Epidural, evil. And that's like when you get into...
Right.
Because they're not letting you make decisions.
Yeah.
They're not giving you autonomy. They're fear-mongering, and typically they're hired by someone in the family who
And
wants a certain outcome.
it's a terrible experience as well, because being someone in that position, it's like really bad to have your life experience like maybe like I imagine that confidence in basically being like, I could be a midwife is basically either A, you did some nursing, or like B, you gave birth yourself in this fashion
No.
and it worked out well for you.
Midwives are very... They're very important, I would say. Sorry,
Yeah,
there's
that's
somebody
okay.
dropping off a package.
Yeah, there's no big scary giant at our doorstep. Fiona.
There was a time where like midwives were, giving birth was women's business, and it was women
Right.
taking care of women, and a lot of knowledge about birth, like studying women in general, is like not something that science pays a lot of attention to, and a lot of that knowledge was learned and passed down. A lot of that was burned in the Salem witch trials, the midwifery, and even like during different like religious conquests around the
But
world.
I'm sorry, I was distracted by the giant stomping. What was
yeah.
the first part of that you said that
The
was in
midwife-
contrast to what I was saying?
The midwife role is like actually very important and very sacred, and there are very educated
right, but what I'm
women.
saying is there is no midwife in the hospital setting.
there I think that you. I think.
Maybe. Yeah, we don't know.
I don't want to like.
Yeah.
But I know that midwives can be very good and very helpful, and do have a very important role for a lot of births. I mean, there's natal nurses, right?
Yeah.
Which are like nurses that are there for, which is basically
what's a
like,
neonatal nurse?
I think a neonatal nurse is that is what I'm talking about. It's taking care of. Like,
okay. I just wondered the neo part of that.
maybe NICU, like the when they're like underdeveloped.
Like, oh, okay. Oh, interesting. Because neo means like new or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's like NICU, like dealing with babies that are just fresh.
Yeah.
But like there's there are a lot of midwives that do a really good job.
Okay.
I want to like
Yeah.
you know, I don't want to hate on
No, I believe that. I mean, it's a very you have to be extremely passionate and knowledgeable to and emotionally intelligent because you're dealing with a new woman.
And a lot of
every
it's passed
time.
down, you know, like it's like there's generational midwives and stuff and like.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I wonder who the best midwife is.
There's probably like a
good queen of the midwives.
There's probably like a midwife like award show where they give out like best
That'd be cool.
birth of the year or something.
Wait, they should do a midwife reality TV show.
That would be sick.
Yeah, Real House of the Midwives, Real Midwives.
Real midwives
real
of Orange
midwives
County.
of Orange County.
Yeah,
Okay.
real midwives.
Hell yeah.
Okay, we need to pitch that to someone.
Okay. Yeah, I had
TLC.
a thought the other day because we were talking about welding in the members only Discord.
Yeah.
And I don't think I ended up asking it, but I was thinking like, are there like welders that are like known, like they're like famous in the welding world? Because there's like good welds and bad welds, and some people think of it as kind of an art.
Like the Kat Von D of the welding world.
Right,
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
Or the Salvador Dali of the welding world.
Salvador Dali of the welding world. There's just some guy like welding melted fucking
Yeah, he's just
clocks
gripping it. It's like, that's actually not the weld you want to see.
long-legged.
But I
cables.
guess in fairness, it is less the art world for welding and more the design world. So
Yeah. Design and art. I mean, there's
it's
definitely...
just more uniformity. You don't have much art in the welding.
Well, there is like metal art though.
Yeah, you can weld things together
Yeah.
and make art. I
Yeah.
just mean to say in how it's used in like practical uses.
So you're saying like, is there a guy
Mm-hmm.
when somebody's making a bridge where they're like, call up
Yes.
blah blah blah, Frederick blah blah blah,
Nietzsche.
because he, the philosopher,
Not that, no.
because he has exquisite
Leonard
welds.
Scrubs.
Leonard Scrubs has exquisite
Yes.
thatching.
Yes.
I don't
It's
know.
not called that.
No.
There's like TIG welding and MIG welding.
I think you're making that up.
Fig welding.
Fig welding
Yeah.
is Salacious Crumb's.
Oh,
That's his
that's
skill.
his mode of
Yeah,
welding.
is
True.
fig welding.
True. That is very true. There's probably different types of welding in Star Wars.
Yeah,
I
probably.
need to look into that.
Yeah.
Okay, we made it to time. Let us know if you're a big fan of Salacious Crumb. I'll put a picture up here of Salacious Crumb.
Salacious Crumb.
This guy is awesome.
I love him.
So is Cerebus.
Yeah.
What's his name?
No. Dane, what's that guy's name? Calambrium?
Calambrium.
Celebrimbor of Celebrimbor's Forge, yeah.
Celebrimbor.
I'll have a
Oh, make AI make Salacious Crumb and Celebrimbor kiss.
That's probably one of the better uses of
here.
AI, actually.
Yeah, right here.
Okay. It'll be there.
Nice.
Hasta.
Oh, La vista.
Baby.